Hi there, this is the 2019 forecast for the sign of Pisces, specifically for Pisces Risings. So this whole year Jupiter is in your 10th house in Sagittarius, and Jupiter brings expansion and growth and opportunity, and it's in the house relating to your career and public image. So you can expect, especially if you focus on working towards opportunities here, you can expect definitely some growth and some developments related to your career, that more external world. Also, Jupiter in your 10th house will be squaring Neptune in your 1st house. So a really positive way that this could play out is that you develop so much in your career that it breaks down boundaries regarding your self-image, or it allows you to improve physically somehow. Like maybe you work hard in your career so that you're less stressed about things, and that leads to improvements in your physical health. But a risk of this transit could be that you're working so hard in your job that you then lose track of your physical health. So it's a difference of using career developments to break down boundaries regarding yourself versus focusing so much on your career that you break down structures regarding yourself, if that makes sense. So moving on, Saturn and Pluto will be together this whole year in your 11th house in Capricorn. And Saturn and Pluto together can bring some necessary changes and obstacles that help you grow and improve and become more authentic. And they're in a house relating to friends and groups and larger social structures that you may be a part of. So this is asking you to become more picky and authentic and step into truth regarding who you're surrounding yourself with and like what groups you're a part of and how you're spending your larger social time. So this will be there for the next few years, and it's already been asking you to change and develop and shut down some existing paradigms in that area of your life, and that'll continue into this year. This past spring, Uranus moved into Taurus in your 3rd house, but it retrograded back into Aries, and it will be firmly proceeding in Taurus in your 3rd house starting spring of 2019. So you've gotten a taste of some unexpected changes and radical shifts regarding your communication style, because Uranus is the planet of liberation and upheaval and spontaneity, and it's in a house relating to your communication, short-term travels, maybe your siblings as well. So you can expect this year and the next 6 years after that, because it's a 7-year transit, to be relating to unexpected kind of like whirlwind adjustments regarding your 3rd house of communication and short-term travel and siblings. Neptune is still in your 1st house, and this is a long-term transit that has been for several years and will continue for several more. But the themes of heightened spiritual awareness, but also heightened tendencies toward escapism will still be there for the next few years and present throughout this year. So just be careful to use this transit to heighten your spiritual and creative pursuits and tap into something higher than yourself rather than tap out of reality in and of itself. The eclipses this year will be in your 11th and 5th houses, and that axis relates to how we have fun on a personal level, like through creativity and romance, and also relates to children in the 5th house, enjoyable, fun things in life. And the 11th house on the other end, like I touched on already, has to do with larger groups and structures in our lives. And so this year is asking you to think about the way that those two areas of your life interact and adjustments that you need to make in your social life that then can affect the way that you have fun in the world, and how you need to become more rooted in reality and take necessary steps to adjust in those areas of life. There'll be 3 Mercury retrogrades this year, and the first will be March 5th through 28th, and it'll be in your 1st house in Pisces. And so all of March, I would say just be careful with communication, because it's directly relating to yourself, and Mercury is in the sign opposite of its rulership, so it'll be probably a particularly fuzzy March. Make sure to double check any contracts and plans and things like that, because it's directly involving you here in your 1st house in March. Next retrograde will be July 7th, continuing on through July, and that'll be in your 11th house in Capricorn, and that'll relate to maybe having more difficulty communicating with groups and social structures and all the things of the 11th house that we've touched on. Just know that July could be particularly fuzzy as well when it comes to making large group plans. And then finally, there'll be a Mercury retrograde starting October 31st, continuing on into November, and that'll be in your 9th house in Scorpio. And this could be a time when higher educational plans or long distance travel and really aspirational developments outside of yourself don't follow through as planned. So keep that in mind when thinking about this November. This year for you is really asking you to reevaluate what larger groups you're a part of and to develop in your career and how you're presenting yourself into the world. So I hope this was helpful. I do private consultations with the link below. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you next time.